Once upon a time, there lived a poor boy named Jack with his widowed mother. They were so poor that their only possession was a cow named Milky. One day, Milky stopped giving milk, and Jack's mother told him to take the cow to the market and sell her so they could buy food. On his way to the market, Jack met a mysterious old man who offered to trade him 5 magical beans for the cow. Jack, curious and hopeful, accepted the trade and returned home with the beans. His mother was furious and threw the beans out of the window. The next morning, Jack awoke to find a gigantic beanstalk growing outside their home, stretching high into the clouds. Filled with excitement and bravery, Jack decided to climb the beanstalk to see where it led. After a long climb, Jack reached a castle in the clouds. Inside, he found a fearsome giant who owned vast treasures, including a magical harp and a hen that laid golden eggs. Jack carefully sneaked around, taking the golden hen and the harp to bring back to his mother. However, the giant soon noticed and chased Jack down the beanstalk. Jack hurried down and reached the ground safely, but the giant was close behind. Thinking quickly, Jack grabbed an axe and chopped down the beanstalk. The giant fell and was never seen again. From that day forward, Jack and his mother lived happily and comfortably, thanks to the magical treasures he had brought back. This is the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, not so very far away, in a village nestled between a river and a wood, there lived a young man named Jack. He wasn't your typical hero, strong and brawny, but he had a heart of gold and an adventurous spirit. Now, Jack's mom, bless her soul, had passed away when he was just a wee lad, leaving him to fend for himself. He worked as a farmhand, helping out on neighboring farms whenever he could. And while he wasn't rich, he was okay. That is, until one fateful day when his cow, Milky, stopped giving milk. You heard that right, folks. She completely dried up. Now, Jack's mom had always told him, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So when Milky stopped producing milk, Jack knew he had to do something. Taking care of his mum solely depended on it. So off he went to the market with Milky in tow. As he walked, he hummed a little tune, kicking stones and making plans of how he'd buy his mum some nice new herbs with the money from selling Milky. Out of nowhere, a strange old man appeared before him. He had a long white beard and twirled a cane. "Well, hello there, young lad," the old man said, his eyes twinkling. "What brings you to these parts?" Jack, taken aback by the sudden appearance of this mysterious man, stammered, I'm on my way to the market. I have to sell my cow, Milky." The old man's eyes widened. "Sell your cow? Why, that's preposterous. I'll give you 5 magical beans for her." Jack stared at the old man, as if he had grown a second head. "Beans? What use have I for beans? I need money, real money." The old man leaned closer, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "These aren't ordinary beans, young lad. These are magical beans. Plant them and watch what happens." Intrigued despite his skepticism, Jack took the beans and thanked the old man. Then he continued on his way to the market, Milky still in tow. Upon reaching home, Jack decided to keep the beans rather than throw them away. He planted them in a small patch of land beside their house. And that night, the most peculiar thing happened. A gigantic beanstalk sprouted from the ground, reaching up to the sky. It seemed as if it were touching the clouds. Curiosity and a sense of adventure took hold of Jack, and he decided to climb that beanstalk to see where it led. With the dawn breaking, Jack began his ascent. Up and up he climbed, past the clouds and into a world that seemed straight out of a fairy tale.